doors.
It was dangerous to come to work.
Patients and workers crying out for help. The 7 investigators uncovering what's really going on behind closed doors of the Macomb County Mental Health Hospital.
Former employees of a local mental hospital are blowing the whistle tonight, saying hospital management routinely puts profits over safety.
For months, 7 investigator Ross Jones has been digging into the conditions at the Harbor Oaks Hospital that sent some to the emergency room.
There's lots and lots of psych facilities throughout the country, and I don't think any of them have the standard that Harbor Oaks had. It was dangerous to come to work.
Harbor Oaks Hospital in New Baltimore is one of the largest private psychiatric facilities in Michigan. And if you believe the accounts of its former employees, it might also be one of its most dangerous.
We don't have enough staff on this unit to deal with what we have.
They would rather have more money than to make sure that their staff was safe.
Did you feel like patients' safety was a priority?
I think money was a priority.
A months-long 7 Action News investigation reveals troubling findings in a facility trusted to treat the state's most vulnerable. A pattern of assaults on staff dating back years, repeated allegations of physical and sexual abuse involving patients, and cries for help that former employees say went ignored.
I was tired of seeing patients hurt and in fear.
Lina Saikon worked at Harbor Oaks for more than 3 years. She is one of 5 former hospital employees telling us they complained repeatedly to management that the hospital was understaffed, putting everyone inside its walls at risk.
Why do you think they kept turning you down when you were asking for more staff?
Corporate profits.
Plain and simple.
Plain and simple.
Saikon worked on the hospital's adult unit and tells us it was not uncommon for Harbor Oaks to staff only 5 people to treat the unit's 32 patients. But with some of those employees busy completing paperwork and dealing with doctors and pharmacies, it sometimes left only 2 or 3 staff on the floor, a more than 10-to-1 patient ratio. Some patients with dangerous tendencies.
We literally had someone get stabbed with a pencil because of an aggressive, violent patient, and that patient was known to be aggressive from his previous admission.
I was saying openly, people are going to get hurt. This is a problem. This is a safety issue. And again, that's where I got, do not say this, come here out in the hallway, you need to be quiet, zip it.
But report after report filed with the New Baltimore police suggests she was right to be concerned. Scores of alleged physical assaults involving patients abusing other patients have been filed in just the last 2 years. Other reports detail alleged sexual assaults by patients. And the pain has not been limited to just them.
I'm getting pounded in my neck, in my head. I didn't see it coming.
Chevy Walker says she was attacked by a patient while she was a behavioral health technician for Harbor Oaks. She says it took 8 employees to pull the aggressive patient off of her. Bleeding and in pain, Walker says she told her manager she needed to go to the hospital.
He stated that he needed me to work the rest of my shift.
So you were just pummeled in the head and neck?
Yes.
You're bleeding, and they want you to finish your shift?
Yes.
The attack on Chevy Walker was not isolated. According to the state's Occupational Health and Safety Administration, Harbor Oaks has seen 76 cases of staff assaults by patients since 2013.
I believe that a lot of the things that happened there could have been prevented by having a proper amount of staff.
This past April, Lina Saikon decided she'd seen enough. She filed a complaint with the state after one of her colleagues was attacked. "There are just not enough of us," she wrote in part. "Please help us." Weeks later, she says she was forced to resign. Retaliation, she believes, for blowing the whistle.
Mr. Abramovich, do you have a minute? Ross Jones with Channel 7.
Harbor Oaks CEO Sari Abramovich declined an on-camera interview. We caught up with her on her way into work.
Ma'am, a slew of former employees say that there were not enough staff here to keep patients and staff safe, and when they told you, you did nothing.
I don't have a comment.
Abramovich wouldn't answer our questions, but in a statement she wrote in part, "We are proud of our long history of providing exceptional care to our patients and their families in highly structured treatment programs."
If one of your loved ones was thinking of going to Harbor Oaks, what would you tell them?
I have told my loved ones not to go to Harbor Oaks.
I would say take them somewhere else.
Absolutely not.
No.
No.
Last month, Lina Saikon filed a wrongful termination suit against Harbor Oaks. She says she was terminated for bringing in state investigators. Harbor Oaks declined to comment on why she no longer works there. In response to Sycon's complaint, the state's OSHA investigators cited the hospital for not providing a safe work environment that led to one employee being assaulted. It also cited the hospital for discouraging that employee from getting immediate treatment. The state has proposed to fine Harbor Oaks $13,500.
So, Russ, you talked about a lot of incidents there. This is just one that they're investigating. What about the other ones?
Well, that may be the bigger story here. We saw 76 cases of employees being assaulted in a few years. This is the stack of police reports from just the last couple of years. So clearly, there's a pattern here, and they can address it piecemeal or they can address it on a more holistic level.
Right.
And that's the question
But
here.
just right now, one investigation.
One recent discipline, yes.
Okay.
But at least you're getting to the bottom of it, and that was a really good investigation. Thank you.
Thank you, Russ.